Good evening. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Seymour Duncan Woody Soundhole Pickup and how I've used it for a lot of years with this beautiful Martin HD28 acoustic guitar. And so we're going to talk in this particular case about the Seymour Duncan Woody Soundhole Pickup, but also Soundhole Pickups in general and the way I've used Soundhole Pickups over the years. In particular, I've used them with effects pedals. So let me just set it up a little bit. You know, I've got this beautiful Martin guitar. I've actually got a couple acoustic guitars. And this is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best guitars. It's definitely, I've got some great electric guitars, but I think in terms of a great guitar, this is probably the nicest guitar I own. It's just, it's the kind of thing that years from now is going to be a treasure. You know, it's I don't know, it's like a Rolex watch, or it's just a really good guitar. It's really well made, like you know, a good solid Martin always is. So the one thing is, I never wanted to cut into it and put a piezo or one of those under saddle pickups in it. You know, they have different ones, and there are a lot of the really good ones now. I was always fighting with trying to find the best way to amplify this guitar because I played a lot. The other thing I'll say is, over the years I came to the conclusion that there's a difference between playing in an ensemble setting. For example, I've played in quite a few duos. And in a duo, and I play a lot of lead. And so I'm not just a strummer or a sort of an acoustic guitar picker for a singer-songwriter. When I play in a duo format, I like to be able to play leads. And so I wanted to be able to use some distortion once in a while, you know, particularly after 10 o'clock when the old people go away and I'm the only one left there. But I like to play, you know, we'd start to play a little bit of rock and roll or whatever. And even though it's a Martin, you know, and no one's pretending it's a Telecaster, I like to, you know, rock a little bit. So I would also make a distinction tonight between talking about a good guitar for plug and play versus having an acoustic guitar that you can use in a gig where you're in a duo for an ensemble situation where you need to be able to, you know, do some kinds of different things. For plug and play, I would recommend, you know, like a really good Taylor with the expression system, or I have a Yamaha LSTA I really like. And so if you go to a coffee house and you just all you want to do is plug your guitar in and play, and you don't want to amp or anything like that, you don't want to monkey with anything, then I think these guitars that come with an electronic system are the way to go. You know what? I'm glad this one doesn't have in it though, because this is a guitar. It's a really nice acoustic guitar. It's made out of wood, and I don't think I want anything electronic in it. I don't think I want to cut anything on this. The other thing about a plug-and-play type guitar with the piezo pickup is they don't take pedals. So even if you want to use them with pedals, like I had a pretty nice Taylor. And actually, you know, I don't know, you can do another review of the expression system too, or look at those, you know, worked fine. There are other ones some people might like better or worse, but, you know, it seemed fine. There's, you know, Fishman, LR Baggs. But those under saddle pickups don't take pedals. So the other thing I liked about the Soundhole Pickup, and this is the Seymour Duncan Woody, it is an electromagnetic pickup. I think it's, I'm not that much of an electrician, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of like an electric guitar pickup. So you get a really nice electric guitar. It's an acoustic sound, but you get a very nice sound, and it takes pedals, all like an electric guitar pickup. So you see these videos on YouTube about how to, you know, play an acoustic guitar with pedals. I tried using pedals with the Taylor I had, and it just sounded horrible. It wasn't, and it didn't just like, oh, it wasn't horrible like, oh, the mids aren't quite, you know, according to my prima donna taste. It was more like this electronic, I mean, truly horrible. You know, anybody would say it was horrible, not just a tone snob. So anyway, tonight I want to look a little bit at this Seymour Duncan Woody pickup and my setup. Some rough approximation of the setup I've used in duo formats for a long time, and it's worked pretty well for me. In fact, I think it would work well for anybody, particularly if you're in a duo or a trio, where you want to just not play acoustic. If all you're doing is playing Jim Croce, as wonderful as that is, with another guy, and you're doing kind of Cat Stevens, Jim Croce, or kind of singer-songwriter acoustic stuff, then the plug-and-play approach might be good. But if you're doing some rock songs and things, or different things where you want to be able to go up the neck and play some leads, I really recommend this Seymour Duncan Woody. So let's take a break a minute and look at the setup I've got. Okay, here you see my setup. There's my guitar. Let me get back a little bit. That beautiful Martin guitar. There's the Seymour Duncan Woody pickup, and I think I paid $50 for it. So I'm playing it into a Fishman amp tonight. When I played for a lot of years, I actually used the Roland AC60, and I'm going to do a review of that sometime. I think the Roland AC60 is a more ambient amp, and the Fishman Loudbox Mini is a cleaner amp. Both have their pros and cons. See, with the Seymour Duncan pickup, it's not active. So, a lot of those piezo pickups, you often need a battery. And, that makes it an active pickup. That's a passive pickup. So I usually run it into the LR Baggs Paracoustic DI, which you can see there. See? And they have a bunch of those, but I've had that Paracoustic DI. It's built like a tank. It works great. The one thing I would say about the Fishman Loudbox PA, the Mini doesn't have phantom power, and that thing needs, I usually have my Roland AC60, which has phantom power, so I've got a 9-volt in there. And then I've got a pedal board. Could be any pedal board, but there's the pedal board I'll be using. But let's listen to this. I bet it's going to sound really good. A Seymour Duncan Woody pickup. I bet a lot of you will think it sounds as good as some of these $400 pickup systems. Let's listen to it a little bit. Now let's try it with a little bit of, the distortion will kick it up. So let's turn it down. So if I wanted to go up and play a little lead, we can add more. I think it sounds good. Let's try moving this mic in the camera. Well, I really like this Seymour Duncan Woody pickup. They have some other ones, by the way. I don't think they're that different. But I've had this Woody for 20 years, and I had another one like it. Look, the back's off it. It's all beat up. It's been in bars and all over. And I've played this Martin guitar in all kinds of styles. So, like I said, I've got a good plug-and-play guitar now. Because the negative of this is you never feel like this is a good setup if you just want to go to a coffee house or sit in with some people and play Simon and Garfunkel type stuff all night long. But if you're in a duo that plays a variety of stuff, Elton John, or things where you want to be able to, you know, play some things that are electric-ish, I recommend this or another Soundhole Pickup. And the other thing is I happen to think this sounds great through an amp. It's got a little bit of a 70s vibe to it, in my opinion. I think Keith Richards, there are a number of old school guitar players that when they do acoustic, they like these electromagnetic pickups. LR Baggs has some pretty fancy electromagnetic Soundhole pickups. I think this one's a cheapo, but I think it sounds good. It comes in this bag. I mean, how low tech is that? You know what though? Like I said, I've had this for a lot of years. I think it works great. And I think it's got more of an ambient sound through an acoustic guitar amp than some of those piezo pickups. I put a little delay on it, a little bit of reverb, and I think it sounds killer. Just even, it's got a warmth to it that I think some of the fancier ones actually lack. And that's aside from the fact that it takes pedals. So I just wanted to make this little video. I don't have a, you know, and say some things about Soundhole pickups using pedals, and also show off this beautiful Martin guitar. Thank you. God bless you.